Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Homunculus. I'm a lovely bronzo. Actually not even a bronzo now, as you can see, because of the new league placement. Maybe I'll go plat, who knows. But the reason I'm here today is to show you, I don't know, I guess what it's like to be learning StarCraft. So I'm just going to do a little AI fight here right now, with the build I've been trying to use in my lovely Bronze League matches. Which basically, I found it on Wikipedia, a friend showed it to me. I forget the guy's name right now, but it's really excellent. And the idea is just to focus on macro game. So it's a 10-minute timing, just straight in Marine Rush, and it's honestly had some pretty good results so far. So as I move forward, I'm trying to adapt and kind of learn things on my own, in addition to supplementing with videos and tutorials and whatnot. So this is New Kirk Precinct. This is a very common map. I think it's one of my... Yeah, this is a good one to fight in. I like this. This is a really fun map. So this is going to be a TVT, which is probably my least favorite matchup. I'm trying to learn Terran, by the way. I guess you could figure that out on account of the fact I'm going to be building Marine Rush at 10. Alright, so to get started, always want to get that first SCV. It's canning a little bit. It always seems to do that when I start a game. I'm playing on a laptop, but we'll see what happens. Alright. So, it's kind of your standard build, what we do expect. You're going to go for supply at 10. Right? That's the usual. So just a little bit of droning, well, I say droning because when I used to play Wings of Liberty, I played as the Zerg, and so I'm trying to readapt and relearn completely on a brand new race, aka the Terrans here. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if this butters my biscuit. All right. Alright, so I got my 11. With Mins, I'm going to go for 12 and just get that queued up. And then by the time that supply depot is done, and that this SCV is pumped out, I should have about what I need to put down barracks. Probably you really want to wait on that SCV, but I'm usually not in a big rush to get the barracks up, unless I'm fighting Zerg or feel like there's some incoming cheese. And another thing that I do is I generally try to pull another SCV to build the next supply depot to finish the wall. I know a lot of people, I guess, like to wait and use the one that they were using to build their barracks, but I like the extra security. I don't like getting rushed. And honestly, with Bronze League, it's not like these timings are so so incredibly on the nut every time. I mean, sometimes I screw up, sometimes I don't get my expand down when I need to, and it's not exactly like I'm up against Dong Regu here, so... Alright, at this point, for 17, I want to get just a Marine out. And at this point, as soon as this is done, I'm going to go to Orbital Command, which is, again, pretty standard play. And what I want to do, in the way that the timing is explained in that video, and I really have to get that guy's name, and all credit goes to him for what I'm doing right now, is as soon as that's getting close to 85% done, you see your mineral count getting where it needs to be. Ooh, fuck. That's a big fuck up. You want to take one of these SCV down, and you want to get... Fuck. Oh man, I'm all screwed up now. Alright, lost a lot because of the cancel, there it is. And ideally that's not too big of a deal, especially since I'm just up against the AI. Now, I think the big thing to focus on as a new player is just getting that worker count up as high as possible, keeping it as high as possible. Yeah, you can see I'm getting some lag now too, so I'm going to have to hopefully address that. Alright, 2 Marines, and the way that this is explained on that guide is you want to usually put a bunker down as soon as that's done, but I feel like for me right now it's not really a huge deal. Never be a bad idea to have that bunker, but whatever. Alright, now while that's going down, I can start dropping some barracks. And I don't think I even do it the same exact way that guy describes, but the idea is there. And the whole point of this is to get a real strong economy going early game that then is going to be able to contribute significantly to you just spamming Marines. You want to get your mineral lines pretty flushed out at your natural expand here. Oh, I just got scanned, I think. Oh, fuck. I'm all fucked up, aren't I? Alright. And then, see, it was a little too early on my transfer there, you could see. You don't want to do that, waste time. You know what, I gotta put this on 4. I learned it on 4 initially, but still trying to get used to it. Alright. And, no, 4, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I want. There we go. And you're going to skip gas completely. You're going to just basically focus completely on... Jesus. Just getting Marines out, really. And I guess we had something out there. This is TBT. So then I'm going to hotkey these to 6, and really I should do it on 5, so I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm just going to try to use some Marines. I'm a little slow today. I haven't played in a day or 2. But we're just going to try to get down. So I'm not doing too bad right now. I need to focus on droning, and one thing that's really a big deal is get those mules going, and get them going down at that mineral line in the back. That makes a big difference. And normally I know it's bad policy to queue up anything. You don't want to do that. It's just putting your resources kind of sitting there, not really doing what they could be doing. Or, you know, it removes some of the flexibility and some of the options if something were to happen. And that's never a good thing. You want to be playing reactively and adjusting to what your opponent does, and, you know, being ready to tech switch when you need to or whatever. But I think the point and why this is such a good build for newbies like myself is that what it's really going to allow you to do is just focus on some fundamental mechanics, just getting shit up, being able to pump out Marines, you know, getting that macro play. I mean, look at this mineral income. That's really not bad for this early in the game. And that's, like, you know, I think one thing new players get that turtle mentality going. I'm the same way. I still catch myself doing it, even though I have some experience playing StarCraft. I want to always hug my 2 comfortable bases, and I don't want to do my 3rd. And I guess, fortunately for me, oh shit, I gotta hurry up. Fortunately for me, Terran's pretty decent at not having to take, you know, a 3rd or a 4th as quickly as you might with a Zerg player. I mean, they're really, that's like a very macro-oriented race, and when you don't have that skill set, this tends to work pretty okay. So we're almost there. Still, probably a little behind where we should be. I made some mistakes, but what is that, 27 Marines? It's not awful. And I think the benchmark with this is that by 12 minutes you want to have 57 SCVs. Now, whether or not I'm going to reach that, probably not. As you can see, my APM's not really high. I think I'm probably behind on that as well, but whatever, we'll see. And you also want to get your supply up as much as possible here, because you're basically going to... I mean, this is effectively a 10-minute all-in type strategy. Here he comes with Hellions, which unfortunately... Oh, good. Yeah, he didn't really accomplish much with those. So that means to me right now, it's time to go in. He probably went, I guess, pseudo-mech. And what you want to do is just get all of your barracks rallied to a new point on the map, which is ideally outside the enemy base, because from now on you're just going to be applying a pressure. And I think I'm a little behind, yeah. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. And always A-move. That's another big tip. Don't get in the habit of right-clicking. That's my problem. I used to play a lot of different strategy games than StarCraft. Never really got into it until recently. And one skill set I'm majorly missing out on. I'm just going to drop a scan here. Yeah, okay, they don't have a very big army compared to me. So I should be able to, I think, clear it out with relative ease here. I don't have stim. Now, when you want to get up a little bit and get more of a, I don't know, I guess a Silver League type comp instead of a Bronze League type comp, you're going to move towards getting an early gas, relatively early gas, and getting stim up and moving Marauders in, getting getting more tech units, and focusing on +1/+1 upgrades, stuff like that. That's going to make this bio ball kind of strategy a little bit more relevant to stronger opponents. I mean, I think the problem that most people who stay in Bronze League, and hey, maybe I'll be one of those people, is that they focus too much on, like when I first got into the game again, I was thinking to myself, oh, well, I really like Widow Mines. I'm gonna learn how to drop them at 7 minutes. That's gonna be my timing. And honestly, I don't have the macro or the micro skills to really reinforce that kind of gameplay. It wouldn't be as nearly as educational for me to do that. You know, so it really, I think, moving into the game with a relatively fresh, relatively new perspective, what you want to do is focus on macro. And like you'll even notice, look at that float. That's absurd. Now, I mean, a real player, a real big boy player, would be continuing to build supply depots. They'd be dropping more barracks, and I mean, I guess sometimes when I'm really into it, I do get up to about 12 or 14 racks and just start, you know, pumping out units. But what was my SCV count? I guess I'll check after the game ends. Or I could just do this. And control 2. So that's only 43, so that's actually significantly behind. I should be having at least 10 more. Now, if you imagined that throughout that little gameplay, I had continued to put those SCVs even after my 10-minute timing, I think I would have been closer to that, still not quite there. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Oh boy, I graduated. This is very exciting stuff. So as you can see, I mean, look at that. Mechanically, not that impressive. I mean, 118 APM. I guess that's okay for a new player. And I guess it's also important to realize, like, are those actions, are those APM actually doing anything? Are they contributing anything to your game? I mean, it's easy to click around, and sometimes, like, you know, if you're playing a micro-heavy game, you have an engagement you actually need to watch, even as a new player, you're going to have a very, very high APM. And I mean, I think that artificially inflates that mechanical skill, which may not actually be there in a meaningful sense. Like, I mean, you can see me using some hotkeys in that game, but really, there wasn't too terribly much going on my keyboard. And I should be a little bit more careful with my control groups, too. I was kind of being ignorant. So I guess the last thing, just to show you, I guess, what you can do with this. Well, I guess I can't. Well, yesterday, I swear to God, I was bronze, and I had a slightly positive win-to-loss ratio. I think it was 15-11, and that was all with that build. And really only back into playing StarCraft for 3 days. I think I watched DreamHack, and then the next day bought this and started playing with a buddy. So, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. Now, that's all going to be, that's going to be it for this first little episode, first little trial run. And hopefully that was somewhat educational. Alright, talk to you guys later.